What do these two things have in common? Hello and welcome! And good evening, everyone. I'm Julie Chen Moonves, and welcome. They are both two separate editions of the one show where their host is doing a welcome introduction. Speaking of hello and welcome everyone out there in the Mr. Francy universe. Today, I am doing a comparison on a show that I love, and that show is called Big Brother. Today I'm doing comparisons between the not as well known around the world Big Brother Australia to the very well known around the world Big Brother USA. Now, I am a recent fan of Big Brother USA and I must say I love the American edition. I've probably seen about 8 seasons, and yes, I am watching the current season of Big Brother USA, and I absolutely loved it. But being that I'm an Australian, my Big Brother journey started with Big Brother Australia season number 1, and I watched that show for many years. What surprised me when I first watched the first American season that I watched, which was not season 1, was how very different the two shows are, even though they are the exact same show. And I don't think this has anything to do with one's American and one's Australian. I think it just has everything to do with we play our game in a certain way and we play our game in a certain way. So today I thought I would have a look and do a bit of a breakdown for you all of the differences between the shows in case that one of them you haven't seen and you would like to give it a go. Will it intrigue you to watch the other version you haven't seen, or will it make you say, nah, I'm good and I'll stick with what I have, thank you? Let's find out. Okay, now, I need to be very clear here. Big Brother Australia has gone through some significant changes in the past number of years that I'm not going to be referring to. And so with the very first difference that I make, if you've seen Big Brother Australia, you'll know what I'm referring to. So the very first prompt is the name of the hosts. Big Brother USA is hosted by Julie Chen Moonves. Big Brother Australia that I'm referring to was hosted by Gretel Colleen. So Gretel Colleen hosted Big Brother Australia for a number of years, and then things kind of changed. We may get into that as we go along, but the Gretel seasons, which lasted for a very long time, was classic Australian Big Brother. I don't watch the current one because it is very different. It's still very different to USA, but it's, in my opinion, even worse than what we had before. Not to say that Big Brother Australia is a bad show. It's not. It's just that it's very different to Big Brother USA. Okay. So now, next comparison, the name of the players, those who are involved in the competition. What are they referred to when they come together as a big group? Well, in Big Brother USA, Julie Chen Moonves refers to everyone playing the game as the house guests. In Big Brother Australia, Gretel Colleen referred to the players playing the game as the housemates. And I think that is very much indicative of the cultures. In Australia, we use the word mate a lot. Housemate is very common. We don't say the word house guest in Australia. So it's just a cultural thing. Housemates, house guests. But it's the same thing, just different words. Okay, next one. This is big. How are players nominated? So, for those of you who don't know Big Brother, let me tell you in a nutshell what the point of Big Brother is. No matter what country you're watching in, it's a certain number of people placed into a house that they can't escape from, where cameras watch their every move, and at some point there needs to be evictions where people leave the house one by one, or sometimes in one night 2 will leave the house, and that is Big Brother. So Big Brother is a game played by these housemates or house guests, if you will, where they determine nominations and people get evicted until there is one person left standing. It is very much like Survivor, but set in a house where there's no creepy crawlies around you and you can easily bathe. Okay, so the next question is, how are players nominated? Because in order to be up for eviction, you need to be nominated. That is the case in both Big Brother Australia and Big Brother USA. But there is a big difference when it comes to how you get nominated. Okay, so in Big Brother USA, for those who don't know, house guests do a head of household challenge. Now, with the exception of this season, which they changed it up for Big Brother 25 USA, but every other season that I've watched, the very first night the house guests enter the house, they do a challenge called the Head of Household Challenge. Not only do they do that on the very first night, but this is done at the very beginning of each week. The winner of that Head of Household Challenge has the full power, and they determine however many housemates go up for nomination for that week, they determine who they are. They can get input from other housemates, but ultimately it is the head of household, the winner of the Head of Household Challenge, who becomes the head of household. It is their choice who is nominated. Not the case in Big Brother Australia. In Big Brother Australia, housemates go to the diary room and give 2 and 1 point to 2 housemates they want to nominate. So, for those of you who've only seen the American version, in Australia, when it comes to nominations, very different. Like within America, where with the evictions, how each housemate goes to the diary room to evict. In Big Brother Australia, the housemates one at a time go to the diary room as well, and Big Brother asks them, who would you like to nominate this week for 2 points and why? And who would you like to nominate for 1 point this week and why? At the end of everyone doing their private nomination with Big Brother, the housemates who have the most points when it comes to being nominated will officially be nominated. Now, 2 very interesting things that I forgot to put in my list, but I'll bring them up now before I forget them. 1. In Big Brother Australia with Gretel Colleen, you are not allowed to talk about who you nominated, and you are not allowed to talk about who you want to see evicted. You are not allowed to have obvious alliances. In Big Brother USA, the script is absolutely flipped. Anyone who has not seen the American version, you need to watch it if you live in Australia, because in America, not only can you talk strategy in the house, but if you don't, you might get evicted in week 1. Next thing, in Big Brother USA, when it comes to confessionals and things we see play out in the diary room, we do not hear Big Brother. The only time we're going to hear a voice is when in the house over a PA system is when something big has gone down and an announcement needs to be made to the housemates. So, for example, if someone has been evicted, if someone, not has been evicted, but has been kicked out, expelled from the house, that needs to be announced publicly to the housemates, and we hear that. If there is a situation where something has gone down outside of that, that's very important, then again, same thing, we will hear a voice come over the PA. But a lot of the time in Big Brother USA, the only voices you really hear is the housemates and Julie Chen Moonves. In Big Brother Australia, you hear Big Brother all the time. And Big Brother always will start addressing the housemates by saying the following: "This is Big Brother." Always. And so he might say, "This is Big Brother. Charlie, to the diary room." Or whatever. And then when they go to the diary room, in America, you see just the housemates saying whatever it is that they're saying. Where in Australia, you hear Big Brother having conversation with them. So if Charlie, and I'm just plucking a random name, if Charlie goes to the diary room, Charlie will sit down and you'll hear Big Brother say, Charlie, and Charlie will say, oh yes, Big Brother, and then Big Brother will say, Big Brother wants to know what you think of this, and then Charlie will respond, and then Big Brother will say, well, now Big Brother is thinking this, so what about this. So you actually hear Big Brother constantly in Australia. You hardly ever hear Big Brother at all in the US version. Okay, next up. Can a player who is nominated be saved before the eviction? In classic Big Brother Australia, the answer is no. Once you've been nominated for eviction, that is it. There is no coming off the chopping block. It is locked in, and good luck to you. We'll find out what happens. In Big Brother USA, yes, you can, through a challenge known as the power of veto. So the first challenge, as I've already said, if you haven't seen the US version, is they do the head of household challenge. The winner of that challenge determines who's nominated. They nominate usually 2 house guests for eviction. Then the second challenge that they do during each week is the power of veto. The 2 housemates nominated plus the head of household plus 3 other house guests, because it's USA, are drawn out of a bag, and then those 6 house guests compete in a challenge called the power of veto. The winner of the power of veto has the power, the ability, if they want to use that power of veto to save someone who has been nominated. If they choose to do that, then that person is safe, they're immune, they cannot be evicted that week, and the head of household needs to name a replacement nominee. So there you go. Okay. Oh, while I'm at it, quickly speaking about challenges, for those who have only seen Big Brother Australia, there are 2 very interesting challenges that happen every year in Big Brother USA. They are called the OTEV challenge, where there's this mascot thing. Just look it up. It's really hard for me to explain. The housemates explain it as like a challenge like musical chairs. But anyway, look it up. It's fun. Look it up on YouTube. So there's OTEV, and then there's also Zingbot, and I love both of them. We have nothing like that in Big Brother Australia. So look up OTEV and Zingbot if you haven't before, because they're a whole lot of fun. All right, next, how many nights a week is the show on? Let's give the quick answer. In America, 3 nights a week. And that's it. So you have your head of household night, your power of veto night, and you have your eviction night. There might be 4. I'm starting to get a bit confused on whether it's 3 or 4, because there could be, it could be that there's a 4th one. So it could be that there's the head of household night, and then the next night is where the head of household reveals who they've nominated, then power of veto, then eviction. But I think it's 3 or 4. In Australia, classic Big Brother used to go 6 or 7 nights a week, and I'm kidding you not. So Monday to Friday, there was a half-hour show called The Daily Show, and basically it was a quick summary of the highlights of what happened that day in the past 24 hours in the Big Brother house. So in America, I don't know if we have this in Australia, but in America, you can live stream what's going on in the Big Brother house. So you can pay a fee. I don't know how it all works, and because I'm behind, because I live in Australia, I don't want to spoil myself, but you can pay a certain amount of money, I think on Paramount Plus or something, and you can actually watch what's going on live in the house. But in the show that's aired on TV, you don't see that. So there's no daily show. In a way, what America does with the Daily Show, if you've only seen the Australian version, is that they will chuck in things from their quote-unquote daily shows that will play out before the challenge or the nomination ceremony or whatever that's happening that day. But there is no daily show. And each show, I think, the 3 or 4 episodes in America go for an hour. In Australia, you get your 5 daily shows going for half an hour, Monday to Friday. Then depending upon the week, on Monday or Tuesday, there was a live nominations, which was, in fact, as the name suggests, live, where there was an audience and Gretel would host, and we would see the housemates go into the diary room and vote for who they want to nominate. Then there was also the live eviction show, which of course is the same with Big Brother USA. More on that in a moment. And then there was another show that was extremely controversial that I don't want to spend too much time on, but you need to know it if you've not seen Big Brother Australia. Now, if you have seen Big Brother Australia, this show never featured in Big Brother USA. And I don't know if it ever featured anywhere else, but it certainly featured in Big Brother Australia in the early seasons. For those who have not seen Big Brother Australia in the early seasons, there was a show called Big Brother Uncut. Now, Big Brother Uncut was the saucy adult version of Big Brother, things that you can't show during the daily time, during the family hour. So yeah, anything that was considered adult content, such as if they were talking about anything, anything graphic, any sort of nudity, because I mean, they're filmed 24/7, so there's nudity in the house. It would actually be shown. It'd be shown in Uncut. There was a big problem with Uncut, and I don't want to go into too much detail, so you can look it up because it is around YouTube. You can find it. But basically, there was an incident that occurred with two housemates, and a housemate was expelled. Two housemates, were expelled because of a specific incident that occurred that we saw in Uncut. And the Prime Minister at the time, which is Australia's version of the President of the USA, the Prime Minister of the time actually had Big Brother Uncut axed. So yeah, Big Brother Uncut was the naughty show. But I forgot to mention something. There was also Big Brother Up Late. And Big Brother Up Late was kind of like if you had access in America to the live stream. It was literally a live stream that would occur at nighttime. I think it was like between 10 p.m. and 12 a.m. or something every night. And yeah, that was hosted by another host called Mike Goldman. He would be there for 2 hours and literally just cut back and forth showing what was going on in the house right at that moment. So we had Big Brother overdrive in Australia compared to what you all have in America. All right, next up. How big is the crowd on eviction night? Okay. The easiest way to make the comparison is to say it this way. The Australian eviction crowd that's there on eviction night probably amounts to about 6 times the amount of people in the crowd on a regular US Big Brother eviction night. And the reason for this is because Big Brother is hosted, the house is in a theme park, so there's a whole lot more room for the crowd. It's massive. Check out any Big Brother Australia eviction live show with Gretel Colleen hosting, and you'll see how massive the crowd is. In Big Brother USA, for those who haven't watched it, the eviction takes place in a studio. And the house is connected to a studio, or at least that's what it seems like. So you have a studio size audience, which is nowhere near as big as what we're used to if you've seen the Australian one. Okay. So again, Uncut, I'm just bringing it up again because I want to make the comparison. So, Uncut, did it appear in Big Brother USA? No. Did Big Brother Uncut happen in Australia? Yes, but then it was cancelled. Okay. Next up, HOH, head of household. Does this occur and did it always occur in America? Yes. Does this occur? Did it ever occur in Australia? No. There wasn't even anything similar. They're trying to say now that they're playing this game where if you win, you get immune from nominations, but it's not head of household because being immune, the head of household, it's important for Australians to know, the head of household in America is immune, but on top of being immune from being nominated that week, they determine who gets nominated. In Australia, you just made immune. You don't get the power to name the nominees. So yeah. Okay, in classic Big Brother, anyway. Okay, next up, POV, the power of veto, yes. Is in America, yes. In Australia, no. Double evictions, this is interesting. So, in Big Brother USA, yes, there are double evictions. However, a whole week's worth is played out in one night, where you have the first evictee leave, then very, very quickly you have a head of household competition. The head of household names 2 housemates. The power of veto happens, and whatever happens with that power of veto, and then the second person is evicted. In Big Brother Australia, when there's a double eviction, the housemates nominated that week for eviction, the first evictee goes, the other housemates are still up for eviction. Those that were already nominated that week are still up for eviction, and the second evictee is one of those. So unlike in America, where once the first evictee goes on double eviction night and we reset everything and play a whole week's worth in that 1 hour, in Australia you don't. You're evicting two housemates that were nominated in that same week. You don't change anything. Okay, intruders. Okay, very interesting. Are there intruders that go into the Big Brother house in Australia? Yes, there were. Are there intruders that go into the Big Brother house in America? No. However, there apparently was. I did a bit of research. Apparently, there was meant to be an intruder at one point, but in order for this intruder to go in, the housemates were offered two amounts of money. One was, I think, 20,000. The other, I think, was 50,000. I think, don't quote me. Both times, all housemates in the house at the time, declined the offer, and because they declined, the intruder could not come in the house. And since then, from what I've seen, there have never been intruders in the Big Brother US game. The only thing that they do that is similar is the battle back competition, where there have been certain seasons where all the housemates that have been evicted up to a certain point come back and do a challenge, and the winner of that challenge can go back into the house. But that's not an intruder, because the whole purpose of an intruder, in the way that Big Brother Australia does it, is that the intruder is someone who is not known. In Big Brother USA, with the battle back, it is a housemate, a house guest that was already in the house, so they already know that person. So for the sake of the word intruder, has Big Brother USA had a new intruder? No. Has Big Brother Australia? Yes, they used to do it all the time. Have both shows had a twin twist? I think yes. Actually, yeah, I'm remembering now. Yes, they have. Funny enough, both different genders. In Big Brother Australia, it was two guys. In Big Brother USA, it was two women. And yes, because I had to remember the Big Brother USA one, and now I'm remembering the women. If you've seen that season, the women in Austin and that alliance, yes. And in Big Brother, it was the Logan twins. Yeah, so there you go. All right. Has the show been cancelled since it commenced? Big Brother USA? No. Big Brother USA has been an absolute powerhouse and has never been cancelled since inception. Big Brother Australia? Yes, has been cancelled many times. And yet it is still on. Apparently it has just started or is about to start any moment now, like next couple of days now in Australia. I don't watch the latest seasons because I don't like Big Brother Australia anymore, but even they tried to, here's a very quick rumor, they tried to put a twist on the latest season and the twist didn't work. Oh, that's another thing. Big Brother Australia now, I'm talking classic Big Brother with my comparisons because that's what I watched, but the twist on the new Big Brother is it's filmed way in advance. It's filmed like 2 months in advance, and while we watch it, all of the housemates, it's already done and they're at home. I don't get how that's meant to work. But anyway, we'll let that go. All right. But yes, Big Brother Australia has been cancelled, I believe, at least 3 times. Okay. How many seasons? Big Brother Australia's had 14. Big Brother USA is up to season 25. And next and final question that I want to put up was, do I believe that Big Brother, either Big Brother Australia or Big Brother USA, has staying power? Now, what I mean by this is, do I see it going on for many, many, many years to come? Big Brother Australia? No. I think the novelty of Big Brother has worn off so many times, and even though they keep trying to bring it back, it's never as successful as it was back in the Gretel Colleen Classic era days. And so I would be surprised if this is not the last season of Big Brother, the one that's upcoming that I'm not watching. Big Brother USA, on the other hand, I don't see it ever dying, and I have the feeling, and Big Brother America fans, let me know if you agree, I have the feeling that Julie Chen Moonves is ready for it to be done, and it's just never going to end because people love the show too much, and it's not hard to see why. Just in my outro, I just want to make a couple of quick points. Look, I loved Big Brother Australia when I watched it because it's all I knew. I had never had the chance to compare anything else. Comparing the two hosts, Gretel Colleen has a lot more passion than Julie Chen Moonves. And even apparently a lot of people have said it to the point that Julie Chen Moonves herself knows that people view her as a robot because of just how non-passionate she seems to be. I don't mind her. I think she's a fine host, but Gretel Colleen is extremely passionate. If you have not seen Big Brother Australia and you have seen Big Brother USA, watch Big Brother Australia for Gretel Colleen. She is so passionate. You can tell she lives and dies by the show. That's how passionate she is. And I was telling you in the intro, when Gretel Colleen comes out on a live nomination night or a live eviction night, the first word she says is hello and welcome. When Julie Chen Moonves comes out onto the stage, she's already out on the stage, where Gretel Colleen walks out onto the stage. Julie Chen Moonves says, good evening and welcome to Big Brother. I'm Julie Chen Moonves. And then she'll say, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. But first, I have to mention that because I always see that the flash of the hashtag but first coming on the screen. Like, will this happen and will that happen? We will find out soon enough. But first. But I have to say, overall, comparing the two, I prefer Big Brother USA. I prefer it because I'm someone who likes to see strategizing when it comes to reality competitions. I've been a massive fan of Survivor for as long as I can remember. I watched Survivor from season 1 and am almost up to date. I'm one season behind because for some reason I'm still waiting to get the latest season of Survivor. It's taken a while. But in Big Brother Australia, it really took the strategizing side out of the show and more made it a anthropologic study into human nature. So the whole purpose of, and I don't know so much about the early seasons of Big Brother USA, but certainly with Big Brother Australia, it was more a point of, here are people in a house where cameras are following them 24/7. Let's watch these housemates and see what they do. Where in Big Brother USA, it's more about, here are housemates in a house vying to win this title. Let's watch them strategize and see what it is they're going to do to maneuver themselves like in a chessboard to get into the best position they can in order to win this game. And so it's very much a game and an incredibly strategic game, Big Brother USA, where Big Brother Classic Big Brother Australia was more of a study in human nature and just seeing what they do when they're in the house. So yeah, they both have their pros. I can't think of any real cons of Big Brother USA aside from maybe I would like more episodes if I could get them. I think the 3 or 4 episodes that you'll get a week is good, but I would like to see another episode that doesn't necessarily have to have a meeting, whether it be a veto meeting, a nominations meeting, whatever it is, or an eviction or a challenge in the episode. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that because what we focus on is strategy all the time anyway. And it's very interesting for those of you who haven't seen Big Brother USA, unlike Big Brother Australia, where we can focus on the most mundane thing that will happen. Paul picks up an apple and he's eating it. Let's watch him eat the apple. You don't get that in Big Brother USA unless Paul is picking up an apple to eat while something strategic is going on. And that's what I love in general about American reality competitions versus Australian reality competitions. American reality competitions focus on the strategy and the purpose of the game and how you are going to outlast and be the winner. Whereas Australian reality competitions, while they can focus on that, will also take up a lot of time focusing on filler stuff that American reality competition shows don't include. So be mindful, if you've only seen one, you want to watch the other, that is your difference. If you've only seen Big Brother USA, Big Brother Australia has a whole lot of filler. If you've only seen Big Brother Australia, Big Brother USA is very streamlined with just the strategic stuff as well as the challenges. But either way, I still think it's a great show and I will definitely be continuing to watch Big Brother USA because I love it so much. What do you think about Big Brother, whether it be Big Brother Australia, Big Brother USA, or any other varied version of Big Brother, let me know in the comment section below. But in the meantime, I'm going to let you all go with peace, blessings, and so much love.